Hi everyone, today we're talking about one of the greatest acts of self-love, and that is setting boundaries. But what is a boundary? Today I'm going to take you through an eyes closed process that enables you to feel into what a boundary is and when you need to set one. Now you see, if you ever have felt overwhelmed, invaded, taken for granted, used and abused, and really just not in your own power, often this is a sign that you really need to set some boundaries. So we're going to first of all establish what this means. So I'd like you to close your eyes and feel into this image as if you've just bought a new home, a new house for yourself on a beautiful piece of land. To your right, you have a neighbour, and between your house and theirs is a beautiful fence dividing the two sections. On your other side, there is a slab of grass that runs from your home to the neighbour's home. And behind you is a hedge or a fence that simply divides you once again. So you have a nice section that is all for you. Now you understand that it's your responsibility to look after this beautiful new home, to mow the lawns, to keep it looking pretty, to maintain the house. And this is inside and outside. If there's any breakages, things to fix, you know who to do it. It's your job, right? But what about if your neighbour's tree starts growing over into your section and affecting your lifestyle, your life, maybe in a not so happy way? Perhaps it's even encroaching on your chicken pen, or maybe it's blocking your sunlight, and you'd really just rather that tree wasn't doing that thing. So you can ask the neighbour, you can let the neighbour know what your experience is of their tree. Because where they come from, they're looking at it from this point of view and you're looking at it from this point of view. So they're seeing it from a different angle and getting a different perspective. It's your responsibility to inform them of what is happening and allow them to understand that you would prefer your boundary to be set in this particular way. Now, whilst not everybody manages responsibility with care and ease, it is your responsibility to begin with that level of discernment and kindness with clear communication, no emotion, just the facts involved. Now, if your responsibility has been put into place and you haven't been received that well because you can't actually control the response of somebody else, there's a few things that you can do. Obviously, you can try again, but in many cases, you may need a third party to come on board to intervene in the situation and help out. Now, this is indicative of our personal space. If we're in a situation that we've politely tried to manage by ourselves and it's not working out, sometimes we need to call upon people in our community, our family or friends to assist us to get the job done. Now that's just a simple example of how it's okay to ask for help after you've set the boundary and things are not working out, because these situations can otherwise end up rather abusive. Now let's jump to the other neighbour. Whilst you know there's a boundary between you, it's invisible. There isn't actually a physical division. But bearing in mind, we know instinctively where that line is to cross or not to cross, right? And that's why on our houses often we have a gate or at least a front door that no one is really allowed through that door until given permission. And setting this in place with people that you know, please knock before you come, please call me before you come, please ring the gate doorbell, or whatever it is that it can allow that person into your home, and in the metaphor, into your personal space. You are required to naturally look after your own space. It's your responsibility to be self-loving, because when you're self-loving, you're a better person for everybody else in your life. So bearing your environment in mind, you've kept your house clean and tidy, just as you would keep your mind, body and soul in optimum balance where possible. Of course, sometimes we let things go, our house gets messy, or we might put on a bit of weight, or something to that description. You know, where we're just not feeling our best some days, and other days we're bright and shiny. That's completely normal, ebb and flow. But when it gets out of hand, we've let our own boundaries go. So this is why setting boundaries for ourselves alongside boundaries with other people is equally as important. When we understand that it's important to know our own values, our own desires, and our own goals, we more easily are clear on those boundaries of self-control because we know why we're doing it. Having a reason and a bigger picture of what we want and who we are in life actually enables us to make a clearer boundary for ourselves and others. So just remembering this description of the house and the actual practical boundaries that any section or house that you might build or have is really the perfect metaphor for understanding how to set boundaries in your own life. Is it affecting your space in a negative manner? Have you communicated that in a clear manner? That part is up to you. The next section, we'll get into some more juicy details of why these boundaries are tricky to set and how you can overcome the blocks that are stopping you from living your truth, and people pleasing can simply go out the door. See you on the next one. Ciao for now.